Welcome to our new show here at Summer Pass Studios. I'm Jeremiah Hamilton, and this is
Brittany Hamilton.
Well, that's my wife.
I am married to
That's my wife. Yeah. So, anyways, we're trying a new series out today. This is called the Versus series or our Battle series. It's where we put either two shows, two movies up against each other. And today, Orange is the New Black, which is coming out
the 27th.
the 27th.
On Friday.
That's right. That's gonna be awesome to see on Netflix, by the way.
Kinda. I'm more excited for, I think, the fall. I'm not even sure when Wentworth's coming out, but
Oh, for it to release on Netflix.
yes.
And that's actually the other show that's going to go up against this in this video, as you'll see from
Oh,
our
sorry
title.
if I spoiled that.
So, Orange is the New Black versus Wentworth. What are your thoughts on the two shows? So you said you're more excited about Wentworth coming out.
Yeah, so I first heard about Orange is the New Black thanks to my mother, Patty O'Neill. I would like to throw that out there. And when was that? That was probably before we had Wyatt, so 2014, 13, 14, I don't know.
It was 2014.
I know it was at our Ukaipa apartment, but
That was a long time ago.
I liked the show. It was good. It was entertaining. It was definitely entertaining. But once I found Wentworth, I was like, I didn't even care to watch Orange is the New Black ever.
Yeah, but you went on a binge right after Orange is the New Black, where you just kept watching more Wentworth.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
even still watched Wentworth.
And now we watched Orange is the New Black's last season and the last season of Wentworth that's released on Netflix. And I tend to agree with you that last season of Wentworth compared to the last season of Orange is the New Black, it's like a day and night difference. Wentworth is so much better, especially towards the end.
Oh, hell yeah.
We'll go into another question I have for you and for myself in this. Characters and acting.
Okay, well, my thought on the Orange is the New Black, obviously everybody's going to say the characters are better because you got everybody that you know, like
Kirkon, who plays Alex Foss.
from That 70s Show, and then you got Jason Biggs from All American Pie, and then also Natasha Lyonne.
But he's only in the first two seasons.
Yeah, but still, he's one of the main characters in the very first season, so of course it's going to catch your eye. And then you have, again, I said another character from American Pie, which is one of my favorites, is Natasha Lyonne, I believe.
Nichols.
Yeah, Nichols. And she also plays, is it Linda Blair from The Exorcist? Not the original Exorcist, but I believe it's Scary Movie 2. Someone's going to have to help me
Scary
out.
Movie 2? Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's the one where she comes
she
and
pees on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. And that's actually one of the things. The characters and acting. I do have to say that I like the characters in Orange is the New Black. Well, I did all the way until the last season. And there's a lot more quality people because you have like Red, you have Carrie Black.
Yeah, they did go into
the lesbian. The
which one?
I know. Wow, that's one thing about this show is that there is a
That's
lot
big.
of that going on. Now there's no issue with that from us. We're just pointing out.
Definitely, there's
Definitely
a lot
something.
of good characters in that. You got Suzanne, Crazy Eyes, and
True.
I love how they go back in all of the characters' lives and kind of retell or explain how they got to where they were. And Wentworth, they do that a little bit. And they do it to an extent, and then I don't know. I don't really remember it as much.
Well, it's funny. They both have a pregnant girl.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Each one of them has a pregnant.
And she gets pregnant inside the prison. There's a lot of similarities.
Oh no, we're not gonna log into Netflix right now. It's trying to get us to go and watch it right now.
I'm watching The Walking Dead again for the 8th time.
We'll actually have a show talking about the new season of Walking Dead and our speculation going into that soon too. By the way, if you haven't already, because you've been watching this video this long, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be having more discussions like this. This is not going to be the end discussion of the Wentworth versus Orange is the New Black, due to the fact that the series is still going on for both of them. Wentworth, like she said, is going to be released in America soon, but in Australia it's already out.
Australia.
I know. Every time I say it, I end up having an accent
does.
somehow. It's terrible.
Okay, well, I want to share this little quote that I found as soon as I went on Google and you go to Wentworth versus OITNB, Orange is the New Black. The very first quote that comes up is, Wentworth makes Orange is the New Black look like a middle school melodrama. Wentworth is an Australian women's prison drama that is much grittier, darker, more brutal, and realistic than Netflix's Orange is the New Black could ever hope to be. So that is from, I'm going to say pitchflix.com. And Amanda Rodriguez wrote this article, but that is the very opening paragraph.
That was the hook.
I kind of agree with her, like almost 99.9%. It's a little, it's still not really harsh, I guess. It is much grittier, darker, and brutal, and I like it. And like you had mentioned, the lighting in Orange is the New Black is way brighter.
It's very bright and happy, almost like it is kind of a joke, you know?
Like, it doesn't seem like a real prison, especially with all their privileges that they kind of, like, bitch about, and it's like, you're in prison, like, shut up.
And there's a lot of people that have already talked about that online, too.
Shit.
No, I don't think anybody would really get that upset about these shows.
Another similarity is the two transgendered characters in both of the shows. You got Sophia Brissett, who is the hairdresser, who's already in the show at the very beginning, and then in Wentworth, Maxine shows up, who you have to get to know a little bit. So that's a very big similarity, I think. I thought Wentworth kind of copied Orange is the New Black with that one.
Well, and as we know now, like it was almost like they knew, both of these series knew that they had points that they wanted to touch on early on. They had the transgender female that inside of a prison, that was something that they want to touch. The drug basis inside of the prison and how that's all dealt with. Having a pregnant girl happen within the prison is another completely thing, and people putting hits out for other people.
And then the guards.
And then the guards having their own agenda altogether too. Plus the warden or
the governor.
The governor.
Again, or touch on the governor. I really like the character on Wentworth, the bad guy, way better than what's his name?
Caputo?
Well, no, not Caputo. The guy in the end.
Piscatella.
He's gross, and I don't like him. He's a bad guy. But it's funny, and another similarity is he was a bad guy, and he came from a previous prison, and so did the governor from
Wentworth.
Ferguson. Joan Ferguson. And Frankie Doyle is one of my favorite characters in Wentworth. Frankie is definitely my favorite compared to Bea. She's obviously one of my favorites too, and then you kind of love and hate Liz.
So wrapping this up nice and neatly with a little bow on it. With a little bow on it, yeah. Alright, you already said which series you like the most.
Yeah, I like Wentworth.
Wentworth. And I go with Wentworth too.
I mean, I like
it's kind of almost like a hands down thing on here. I am excited to see what they kind of do when they wrap up this prison riot.
Well, I hope that they recover season 5 because it was pretty. It dragged out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Stuff's finally hitting the fan, and they didn't even show it at the end. That's kind of what I was bummed about. I think it was the finale that really kind of just culminated that season was almost like a wasted season. Imagine if they would have shown what happened to each one of them during the riot, and now they're dealing with fallout this season. You would have had so much more to talk about leading up to this season. But they literally left you with doors are being blown down. That's it.
Yeah, see, man, I can't even remember. I rewatched it pretty recently, but it doesn't stick in my head like Wentworth does. Wentworth is just that good.
Well, down below you can go and check out both of these. I'm pretty sure that there's a link for Netflix on there. If you guys don't already have Netflix, you guys can get Netflix through Amazon here on the channel. And
I did not know that. That's cool.
And go and check it out, because these are two really good series, and we'll be talking about more of them. So like and subscribe, like I said before. And if you want to, visit our Patreon channel where we'll have bonus content brought to you pretty much every week from this point on out.
Every week?
Yeah, I know. It's hard to
Oh,
believe.
how can we manage with our lives?
I don't know how we do it a lot of the time anyways.
Okay.
So,
That's why we're so, like, monotone and tired.
well, you have 2 kids that jump all over you all the time. It's insane. Alright, do the thing.